Howdy, my name is Terry Levine, and I want to take you through a case study on how I actually went from starting my coaching and my consulting business to become an in-demand coach and consultant in less than 30 days. So come on, take a look with me. So how did I actually become an in-demand coaching consultant with a coaching company in 30 days? Well, I'm going to walk you through a full case study, a full blueprint. So who is this for? It's for coaches, consultants, life coaches, health coaches, business coaches, consultants, people who actually have a coaching or consulting business, anyone who's in the field of coaching, consulting, and truly anyone who wants to see the world become a much better place, okay? Is that you, right? You're interested in solving problems. I'm assuming you're interested in helping people. Are you interested in financial freedom? Then this is absolutely the place that you should be. Okay, so how did I get started? Well, I sincerely got into business coaching and consulting to change lives and to improve people's businesses. And I was told that getting a client or two a month was actually really good. I quickly did not agree. I'm like, that will not give my family the decent income that they desire and that they deserve. Plus, I wanted to be able to help people. I wanted to be able to help my family, my church, my foundation. And how was I going to be able to do that by adding one or two clients a month? So I knew at that rate, I'd barely be able to take care of myself and my family with that kind of income, and that I absolutely needed to be able to do more. So now we have a coaching and consulting company where we do about $3 to $4 million a year. We've been doing that for about 27 years, and we're having an awesome time doing it. I get to work with my client family members who are literally my best friends. And I have to say, it's not work when you get up every single day and you do something that you are truly enjoying, right? I mean, that is just to me one of the greatest blessings in the world. Wake up every day. It's not about making money. It's about getting up every day and doing the things that make you happy, that make your heart sing. And then all of a sudden, like, wow, there's a huge income at the end of that. I think that's pretty darn cool. It's pretty amazing, right? So that's where we are. And if you think that numbers like that are not possible, they're impossible, that is not true. That's just something in the back of your mind. It's your subconscious stuff. It's your story. And that story is telling you that this isn't for you, or this is pie in the sky. It's really not a true story. It really isn't, right? I'm not a magician, and I've been able to make this happen and make it happen for over 6,100 other coaches and consultants. So, it's not rocket science. I'm not all that smart. I'm legit. In fact, my clients will tell you I'm kind of a goofball. I really like to have fun. However, numbers don't lie. So you can look us up. You can see all of our testimonials everywhere on LinkedIn, on Facebook. You can go to our website. You can ask other people about us. You can talk to my client family members. And first of all, if it wasn't the real deal, I wouldn't be having this kind of success for 31 years, right? So, really pay attention. Around a month ago, we realized we had already helped over 6,100 coaches and consultants. 6,100 client family members. That's kind of crazy town, right? I mean, you think about it, we're a small coaching consulting company, and our coaches and consultants are, literally not just adding one or two clients a month, right? And we are very close to helping over 6,200 clients a month later. I think that's pretty freaking cool. And overall, as I said earlier, our dollar volume is between 3 and 4 million a year. And we've been doing that for about 27 years now. Okay, so that's also cool. Now, just imagine being able to move that kind of money around the world, because that's what I do all day. And I have a blast doing it. I get to work with amazing client family members every day. I love my client family members, right? They're like my very best friends. They're my family. That's why I call them client family members. And this is probably one of the, most fun things that I get to do in my life every day. Have this coaching and consulting business. Now, it's not all about the money, though. The money is amazing. I don't want you to get me wrong. It's about these client family members. It's about coming to work every day and seeing the faces of my amazing client family members and seeing their success and seeing their income and seeing their growth and seeing how many lives they're transforming and how much they're able to bless their own families. That to me is ultra rewarding. And I say every day, bless my client family members. I love them so much. My team of client family members is absolutely phenomenal. Let me tell you just a little bit about one of my friends, Joel Bauer. If you haven't heard of Joel, look him up. Joel Bauer has vetted me. How did I even get to speak on stages with Joel Bauer, right? He doesn't invite just anybody onto his stages because he's the type of person who's going to vet you out. And he's going to verify you. He's going to make sure that you're the real deal. He'll ask a lot of people about you before you ever interact with him. And what was really, really cool for me is when I went out to LA to speak on his stage numerous times, I had the opportunity to really sit down and talk with Joel. And we talked about how we are successful. We had a really, really great time. I just love this man and I adore this man. We even traveled and we did a TV show together in Palm Desert, California. Okay. And that was really fun and just amazing and something that I still cherish very, very much. By the way, if you haven't watched my masterclass, I'm encouraging you to check that out. It's at www.6figs.com, and all the sixes are the number 6. You'll learn a bit more about what you're doing wrong as a coach and the 3 steps that you actually can take and implement. So it's very, very business and life-changing, and I put it together just for you. I feel very blessed by the cool people I get to hang out with, like Joel. Like amazing, super, super cool guy. Love him to bits. Let me tell you about another friend, Joe Vitale. Now, if you're not familiar with this lovely man, where have you been? Joe Vitale was in The Secret. He's authored more books than, than I can even possibly count. And in my opinion, he is the most informative spiritual guru on the planet. And the reason being is Joe, again, just like Joel vets people out, he doesn't just have anybody come speak on his stage. And I was able to keynote for his event. You can't just show up and speak on his stage. Joe requires proof of what you're actually doing. He's not going to take your word for it. He's going to make sure he verifies as well, right? And I've had the joy of being a guest on Joe's stage, doing radio appearances with him, interviews with him, as well as we were out in Vegas and we did TV appearances together. Okay. So, I really want to make sure you understand that I've been vetted. I'm the real person. And by the way, Joe, if you don't know him, he's super fun. I've always, always enjoyed my time with Joe. So go watch my masterclass because you're going to learn a bit more about me. And if you're doing some due diligence or you're the type of person that needs some reassurance or whatever about me, there are industry juggernauts that are saying 2 thumbs up. All right. Anyway, enough of that. Let me tell you what I'm going to cover here with you in this case study so that you can really be focused and you can pay attention. First, I'm going to show you how to set up your coaching business correctly. And this is really, really important. You want to be able to sidestep your competition. You do have competition. You want to be able to scale your numbers to, almost unthinkable levels that you can't imagine right in this moment, just because you haven't achieved them yet. So I'm going to help you set up your business so you can do that. That's the first thing. Now, the second thing that I'm going to do here with you is show you how to bring in ideal client family members consistently without having to spend money and time on marketing and ads. And I'm sure that intuitively you're like, oh, Terry, that's not possible. It is. It totally is possible. In fact, my client family members and I have been able to do it, many of them with zero budget. Okay. And anytime I want, I can do it with zero budget. You can do this without spending a dime on marketing, right? I don't believe in tossing money out the window. I'm not the gal who spends money trying to get the phone to ring or people to call me. Quite frankly, I find that to be incredibly lazy, sitting back and hoping the phone will ring. It's passive. It's not my cup of tea. So what am I going to show you? I am going to show you how you can consistently bring in clients that raise their hands and want to work with you. They want to come into your programs, get your services without you having to spend any money on marketing at all. I think that's pretty freaking huge. And the third thing I'm going to show you is how you can set up your business so that you're actually creating repeat business over and over and over again. And in my experience, that really is the beauty of this model, because you'll actually be able to multiply your income to a point where you're doing $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, $50,000 a month, or you'll be able to, depending where you are, at least increase by 5, 10, 50% very, very quickly per month. And that, by the way, is where it gets really exciting, right? Because that's where the real money starts getting made. That's where your life gets to change, right? It's based on volume. It's that breaking through from ordinary to becoming extraordinary. And that's the next thing that I'm going to cover. And in my view, you cannot get this information anywhere else. I have been looking to see if anyone teaches what I teach now for 31 years, and I can promise you they don't. And let me tell you the reason that I can say this very truthfully. No one else has done this. No one else has scaled their business. No one else has brought in 30 clients in their first 30 days like I have, and done the kind of numbers my client family numbers do right off the bat. I've looked around, I've talked to people, I've checked. My client family members, when they come to me, tell me about the other coaches, consultants, and programs they've been in that have failed. So look, there are a lot of great coaches and consultants out there. I'm not saying anything negative about anyone. I can tell you that the information that I'm going to share with you right now, you will have never heard before, because no one else is doing it this way. All right. So now that you've heard this and are letting it sink in, why is this important to you today? Why is this important to you right now, right here in this moment? Well, the fact is traditional marketing does not work. Now, you probably noticed this because you've been trying it, or you've been confused as why you're not successful. And the reason is traditional marketing is on the way out. It doesn't work anymore. And people who are smart know that it doesn't work anymore, and they don't use it anymore. The model has aged out. There have been new technologies. There have been new players on the scene, and the world has dramatically changed. And because of that, if you haven't evolved into this new way of doing business, then you're going to be behind. And the facts are just what they are. So what do I mean by that? Well, if you are following the old broken model and you're not connecting heart to heart, and you're using ads, or you're messaging people all over social media, or posting all over social media, or any of these, you're basically using technology and you're trying to vie for people's attention. So is everybody else. And there's too many people doing it. Coaching, consulting is booming. And some folks are spending more money on marketing and ads than you or I will ever spend in our entire lifetimes. And what they have found out, because I know lots of these people, is what actually doesn't work. Yeah, what doesn't work. And you or I are not going to spend this kind of money. We're not going to dump money into marketing and ads that aren't going anywhere. And that's what a lot of people are doing. So if you're waiting for the day that your social media posts or messages magically bring you clients, and you're not really getting influence, impact, or income, stop waiting for that, because it's not going to happen the way you're currently doing it. The consultants and coaches who are failing with ads and marketing year after year, they keep doing it. Why? Because people keep injecting money into these kinds of companies. People keep buying from these companies, and their goal is to edge out the smaller coaches and consultants so that you can't compete. If they edge you out of business, then they're like, long term, I will be able to have more clients. So I'm going to show you how to hedge against that, how not to fall victim to that environment that these other coaches and consultants are intentionally orchestrating. And I want to say this, I don't think they're doing this because they're, bad people. They happen to have very deep pockets, so they make these high-level moves so they can simplify the process. What does this eventually mean? They see opportunity. Well, you and I want to be able to get results without spending money on ads and marketing. And let's just let these folks spend their money on ads and marketing. Okay. So when you say, well, Terry, how are we supposed to compete in that? Just don't worry. Our model is completely resistant to that. I don't even think about these people, right? It's not something that's part of my life. It's not part of my thought process, because the way I'm going to show you to do business is completely outside of these kinds of shenanigans. So if you already are a coach or consultant, then you know that the old way of marketing and ads means you're spending tons of money and time on marketing, hoping to find prospects, and hours on prospecting calls, networking, talking to people. And some of these people are out to lunch on price. And it's not only a time-sucking process, it can be a money-sucking process. That's the old way. The old way means you're going to have some profitable months and then some months where you don't have new clients. And then you're going to be lean some months. And you're not sure you're going to survive some months. That's not an easy way to live, right? It's not an easy way to do business. It's not fun. I want you energized and happy. And eking out 1 or 2 clients a month isn't the ideal way to run a coaching consulting business. The bottom line is most coaches and consultants will be living off peanuts within the next 2 years. And I'm not, again, saying this to be negative. I'm actually a very positive person. I just happen to be a realist. So within the next 2 years, and this is the ultimate reality, and it's actually a tragedy, a lot of really good coaches and consultants who could solve problems for people who deserve to be in this industry will not be. And due to the industry trends, I can tell you they won't be. And personally, I think that's tragic. There's a lot of people online, sadly, that are willing to take your money to train you on techniques and strategies they're not even using. There's gurus out there, have these traps on the internet where they have you giving them $20,000, $30,000, $50,000, and they haven't been successful in a decade. That's a reality. And that's not, what we're talking about here. We're talking about a model that is a new model and not extinct. This is the evolution, the next step. The $1 million question is, how did Terry Levine, this sort of quirky goofball, become such a successful coach and consultant in 30 days? And how, after 31 years, is she still immune from her competition? Well, she invented a model, and it's called the conversion equation. What's new about that? Well, first of all, we don't spend money on marketing. Can I get a silent applause here? You don't need to spend money on marketing. Leads come directly to you through what I teach, reverse marketing. You get clients. You don't have to negotiate on prices. You don't have to dread doing discovery calls, talking to prospects, having anxiety. I think that's all personally just kind of sucky. If you're tired of living paycheck to paycheck or client to client, and this entrepreneur lifestyle is not the income that you desire, and you're tired of having to save all the money that you've been making because the lean months are coming up, then this model is going to bring you consistency. The conversion equation will have you living a good and peaceful life. It will get you to a point where you're doing 10,000, 20,000, 50 a month perhaps, and I'm excited about that. So this gets the green thumb from me. So the conversion equation is like incredible. What are the steps? Well, step 1 is your business setup. First things first, you have to choose a market. So I happen to live in Philadelphia part of the year, New Jersey part of the year, Mexico part of the year, and all of them for me are amazing places to do business. Well, why? I can live anywhere in the world. I thrive in these different environments. I have clients currently from 19 different countries. So my model works anywhere. It works with any type of market. It doesn't matter how competitive it is. It doesn't matter how many big name gurus are in your niche or your local market. In fact, I always say the more the merrier. Did you hear that? The more the merrier. The more competitive, the better it is. And this is what makes it super exciting. You want to find a niche that has about 500,000 or more people. It can be health, wellness, divorce, marketing, sales, career, anything. You have to have the right market for this model, and I will actually show you how. So you want to analyze what kind of services are available in this niche. Like, who else is serving this market? What are the products and services they are offering? If there are enough people in the niche, there's a really good chance the niche is thriving and there's teeming with interested prospects kind of waving their credit cards, but they don't know about you. And that means that you're in the right market for the conversion equation model. So pay attention to that. The initial business setup is not rocket science. You're selecting a logo, a brand, an entity type. I help you with all of that. You're setting up your forward-facing website, and you get to see what it's like when someone is looking in at you and your business from the outside. You're setting up an automated backend. That, by the way, is really important. That means you have no stress. You continue to do the things you love doing, living life, being with your family, going on vacation, helping clients, having fun, making money, swimming in the ocean, whatever it is. Automation allows you more time to do more income generating activity and spend more time with your family, your friends, your hobby. And then locating strategic strategic endorsers. I know that's a mouthful. However, it really is kind of a honeypot. So I actually show you how to find strategic partners, and they help you get in front of the right prospects. Coaching and consulting is a business. We have to do this for profit, and that's really important. If you want to see my forward-facing website, it's at heartrepreneur.com, and you're going to see it's just filled with credibility. I have clients from all over the world. I have all different types of clients. When you go to my website, you'll see, wow, Terry's helping clients from all over the world. And my model works regardless of geography. So it's super cool. Now, when you get a chance, look at the website. I don't want to, keep boring you with all this stuff. Step 2, you need to bring in clients without spending money on marketing. And the $1 million question I get asked by coaches all day is, well, how do I do that without spending $1 bazillion on pay-per-click, direct mail, and all that other stuff? What I actually teach you is how to leverage others to fuel your business. So actual clients, where they're going to come from by leveraging strategic partnerships. And that is really, really important. That is what's going to allow you to turn one lead into an unlimited client. So I have a personal record right now. I've taken one strategic relationship, just one, and I've turned that relationship that went from one client spending about $1,000 into 14 clients to date and over $1 million in revenue and counting. How are you going to do that from a pay-per-click lead? The truth is, you're not. How are you going to do that through direct mail or through email? You get a call one time, that's it. I don't live in that world. My world is one relationship can mean 14 clients. I like that world a lot better. Step 3, how do you turn one client into multiple? How does one client become 20 plus or more? And that is the ultra specific framework that we're actually talking about here. We never ask our clients to invest in high ticket to start. There are other coaches and consultants out there in the space who are preaching this. I don't believe it, right? I don't think burning your client family members, your buyers, is the best way to maximize your business. I don't think burning relationships is the way to make that money. That's counterintuitive to me. That's something we are also going to go over, right? I don't want you to rule out a client just because the numbers don't make sense to you right now, because right now what you're looking at is the small picture. You might have 1, 2, or even 3 clients that are maybe looking for a great deal. That's not the business. You're not going to get consistency that way. You're not going to do 20, 30, 40, 50,000 a month that way at all. And essentially, you're letting these couple of people control your destiny, and that's a very dangerous place to be. So if all of your coaching and consulting revenue actually depends on a small handful of folks, then one thing has to change and your business could be gone, right? Let's say a client leaves, a client falls down the steps or whatever, then all of a sudden one client, because the change in their life situation changes your business and your business could be kaput, right? So that's not what we want. And I'm going to show you how you can actually not only monetize with these clients and make money on these clients, I'm also going to show you how you've probably been leaving money on the table, thinking maybe you can't help some of these clients. And what I'm not talking about is creative financing, okay? That's not the tactic, okay? Let me show you how you can actually monetize prospects where maybe in the past you thought there isn't a possibility. So let me share something. One of my dear friends, his name is Mike or Michael. He's one of the smartest guys I know. He's had numerous highly successful businesses and he won't make phone calls. He hates talking on the phone. In fact, when I call him, we're really good friends, he sends me to voicemail and then instantly sends me a text and says, "What's up?" That's just how he rolls. He hates talking on the phone. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to his mom. It doesn't matter to a client who wants to hand him 10 grand. He just prefers to text. So how has Mike become so successful doing all of his transactions by text? Never talking to prospects, never negotiating on prices or being, in an uncomfortable spot. Well, he does, and you can too. Let me take a moment. I want to share some testimonials from people who have joined my program. I'm going to talk about Jackie for a moment. Jackie added $68,000 to her business in 6 weeks. So first of all, let me preface this by saying it's a nice amount of money and it's not regular, right? So I'm not telling you you're going to make $68,000 tomorrow with my program. That's not the truth, right? Our average client family member brings in about $8,300 in 30 days. So I just want to share the win with you. She made $68,000 and it's possible, right? It's super positive. And that kind of income happens. I made $22,450 today. So that happened. Okay. And the $68,000 that Jackie made, I said, it's not the norm yet, freaking super cool. Let's talk about Barbara. I helped Barbara scale her business. She joined with us and within 90 days of joining the program, she made over $300,000, right? And I'm super, super stoked about that for her. We continue to work together. I continue to share her success. I love Barbara and I'm super proud of her. She's awesome. Love you, Barbara. Now, I'm not going to say this client's name. And this is a gentleman who is very, very private. And his wife needed a transplant. And just waiting around, being on the list, that was not going to save his wife's life. So due to the income that he was making in my program, he was actually able to make arrangements to not only get a new organ, to also be at home, caring for his wife, supporting his family, having the income to send their kids to private school and nursing his wife fully back to health. Now that to me, that's something that hits home. It really makes me feel good about the work I do. It's emotional. It's life-changing work for me. So if you want to know more, then take a peek behind the scenes at sixfigsinsixmonths.com. I have to say, it's just so rewarding. And I feel so blessed to wake up every day and to be changing so many people's lives. So what's the plan? If you had somebody who was able to roadmap your coaching business for you, somebody who was able to automate your coaching business for you, someone who was able to help you find clients, would you succeed? I think so. And this is what I want, and I'm ready to help you right now. You need help to fully analyze your business, to find out what's going wrong and what is going right, to take inventory, to decide how to deconstruct it. What are the steps that you need to scale your business to the next level, to achieve financial freedom, and to live a life that's way more purposeful? A life that you really feel good about every single day and that you feel proud of every single day. And I want to take this journey with you. So all I ask is that if this is right for you, then give us an opportunity to help craft a step-by-step plan where we can help you launch your business to the next level. And yeah, by the way, that training at 6 Figs in 6 months, it's free. It's super cool. Now, if you are ready to implement, that is the only qualification that you need to join the program at sixfigsinsixmonths.com. You can be a new coach, you can be an up and running coach, a consultant, and you need only 1 hour a week of your choosing to devote to your business. And if not, it's not for you. And there's absolutely no hard feelings. So I want to take a moment and just thank you for walking through the case study with me. If you don't have the time to dedicate right now, all good. And also, you have to be someone who can take constructive criticism, right? You have to be teachable, coachable. Your mind has to be open. You have to be curious, ready to learn. And I continue to learn every single day from the right people. So if you feel that you're open-minded and you're teachable and coachable and ready to learn, let's do this. My time and my proprietary methods are very valuable, and I want to maximize that for you and for me. So go over to sixfigsinsixmonths.com. I do want you to know spaces are limited. I only take a certain number of people per month so that I can devote time and attention to helping. Sign up now at sixfigsinsixmonths.com, and I can't wait to meet you.